Shablang Sara Pande Save Lama Rinpoche Dage Jewara Pende Denyon Gadin Chembe Gone Jesong De Gosong Toje Ngodo Zado So Ta Tana Shuki Lama Tsering Gönpo ne Tan Kachokamo Nyamne Nang Kachokamo Nyamne Nang Tombishu Take Lin Song Ta Jadula Ta Take Jesula Ta Yankong Dubante ne Ta Te Saviki Jesula Yankong Tombindawa Jadula Nang Telata Tekenke Lin Sumba telling to Tokyo bodies, ye Lin Nawas, Tate Jesula, Kongatombe Yashu, Tombe Yashu Yon Casolati, Jela Lin Nawatella, Ta Wana, Dala Sewa, Tang Ningru Te Ta Nang Ningru Tanang, Demba Point said in the tip, ya, Tangi Tovareto. Ningru Tanang Demba Po, your Melamji Temo Tendala, Yon Shinkam Jikopa Tanaduk, Wood Jar. Result thing Dembada. Ten Namjoro Niji Yunying Statella Lojundavati Song of Capsula Tatambo Chura Dala Tewata Demba Teni Ningru Yongin Chula Tanang Tang Dembekita Kona Chula Yang Tabukita the Dembekita Po Race Yamalam Ki Temo Tendala Te Tabu Yamne Soyum Capsula Tandatan Namiki Yortamki Te Santik Dorje Tatabu Main Pata Yor Tamki Te Melang Nawa Nankin Satumki Temo Teni Melang Temandavo Tendala Yon Hinkam Jikoba Tanado Sene Be your Johnson, your Johnson, Masiba Chikitati, Nana Hinkam Copa, Hedon Najan, Tanatopas, and Hedon Najan, Zepa, Copa, Shepherd and Papa, the Demba. Te Tabig also yell things them, would yell things them, the Stabula Rechambochic, Yopati, Tating in thing and tongue. Dembeke Daris, Te Nanjurni, Yontin, State Tabo, nothing in the Yabo, Shepartian, the Dembeke Date, Tananju Bachanang Yontin, Tokon la Nida Shawate, Tokon la Nida Shawate, Chu Jupe, Chu Junzi. They making young da stanto now te tabuta now hake corner talk on Yamata Dawa shot deba Tamin bati that I chew Samotaka in Yamnes of Yona Tetabu chew de Zin Topa chew Jupe chew Yundi. The making your hotel dabitu the Japan Zimbabwe, ten denda mepig, the Talamaki Senanda, Jewish Senanda, and the John Gadaris. Tar Kanso ye Namka County, Poyan Mambo, Pebbles, Tar Tene, Kanso, Namka Kanso Martin, and Chanala, Tene Yaham Mambo. Lama Lama Pelvic dying. Something got down Jay Kuhanti, te kola kandu das par danchar servo yovate shu same doju lemba das ta tondo kota paje kotik nan diksandu o sayel meto tawate chanchup ti nyugum hembda te tamba te tamba shunde chen yong ta te chunde gitni ta me tamje la tanda ya pon yong ge dai sonda me kobo ne pa te yi ngon chu da ta jambo shamba zunchor ye la ta lawari man khando tekpa chanchu chu ne pana ne jowa chuji thong ngonju gepu yontin thong ngonju gepu yontin state tamji lamke yontin sonda nga chune khando jesu song nyamni la oso maniro chanang ke chuta shoutin jong sta chatang tande tehne khone homa chongchong kapsuni tene khando ke jesu song ke loj mangbo sia do khando ke khona te cho bhabje bu kapsuni na ngos la khando ke sha mangbo tembe ke loju tang tene khona khanse ro ko tam khone ke samkhang sena ya rong zimhyong sena ya rong tinna te cho pap na pas yun te tinna na apame ke mambo tho de banda bo ta sende ke loju ringbo yo ne ta te indu ka sala ngosala ta khone ke de la song ka sala ta gono chung chung kam ni tin kha chu kam ge ji zong ha kyang ge nyom ne shok chen bo osu da bo tin de na ma ne pa yin na yang tene nangi thoda tun shukji yone khachu kam ke khachu shinkham na denne shuda sare hezo ba loju ta te zong de kapsul ma fe loju na o se loju ma
do ta namta na do
tondo ta tondo ji song yan na ya bondo ne lo ta wa nga se du chin ta ji jang da ke to nyam po yi je yuwa kota na ko so je xiango tamba te ko so je xiango tamba te tsamse la ngoko me peda ndi chik do ta ba lo yang te te mao nge be long ten kon lop ju kon la na wa shi ne dadu shi nyam su lang pa zong Yeshe kon ne tong wan jo ngam mi ge che la ma ter chang thar nye du chawa ma zo par ma kan de su jang chong si ndok si ta la sabo song do ka kong chale de ma zo ko pa de la ma kan du ge sma chong na ta no kon pe go me yo ma kan du su jang chu sen do chi po lo so je
ten shu in sa
chi lop so ji ten yu chen na le chu chen ki phamba lame na mogu je shabto lame dup thar chi chang sam chi du sen de la ngon ji ma che hin tong ko na zimba me par cha yur ni la che je ta na yong ndo kon chang dorje nanjur ma ze kon chang hyang do se nga yolam khandu sansi ta dupa ta lejon ta che Sajik to Mito Nime Jo To Nishi Tamne Dinder Pang To Nishi Tamne Dinder Pang Son de Ta Mama To the News Sem Redo Maybe Ding Ne Yurji Shamba Chutana Sashme to Dupa Po Da Chakto Maybe Shamba Tang King Natang Nonshi Medina Good Tender Tang Good Tender Tang Yella Sherwood Take Da Sang Da Besa Mepa Nepa Yin She Pulop Nam Ji Chola Shuji Songs and
We left off at the end of the morning with the description by Lama Tsering Gönpo of his experiences and dreams while doing the White Kachari practice and retreat. And then we saw Terchen Barway Dorje's response, explaining the meaning of the dreams and experiences. And then toward the end of his retreat, Tsering Gönpo wrote his guru again, describing a single dream, which Terchen Barway Dorje now interprets for him. The Lord replied, "Son, you are so affectionate to me, diligent and devoted. What a spectacular dream! The beautiful realm with the mountain in its center is a sign that you possess samadhi. This is a sign of your qualities, yogin." So the environment of the dream is a sign that Tsering Gönpo has developed the quality of samadhi. The shining of the sun and moon high in the sky is a sign that you will become a peerless lineage holder. The surrounding stars filling the sky are a sign that you will have many disciples. The white clouds and tent of rainbows are signs that the Dakinis will gather around all of you. The gentle rainfall from the sky is a sign that you will moisten beings' continuums with profound Dharma. The dazzling flowers on the ground are a sign that the seedling of awakening will ripen. These are signs of the benefit of this holy Dharma. So the first part was signs of his achievement, and now the dream also includes signs of the effectiveness of the White Kachari practice. This fellow, he refers to himself, this fellow appearing amidst fivefold light is a sign of manifest wisdom. So it's a sign that Terchen Barway Dorje had achieved or revealed the five wisdoms of Buddhahood. The horse is the 4 feet of miracle. The 4 feet of miracle are the what is achieved on the greater path of accumulation. Among the 37 factors of awakening, though the dharmas that are achieved on the greater path of accumulation are first, the foot or basis of miracle, which is being able to, through the samadhi of devotion, being able to abandon what needs to be abandoned. Second, the foot of miracle, which is the cultivation of a samadhi of mind. And then the third one is a samadhi of diligence. And the fourth one is a samadhi of discernment. And those form the basis for miracles. Being held by the Dakinis represents the factors of awakening, so the other factors of awakening as well. Passing through space represents the Dharma Dhatu. These are signs of this old man's qualities, of Terchen Barway Dorje's qualities. I've been cared for by Dakinis since childhood. This is by no means an exaggeration. If you read the Terchen Barway Dorje's autobiography, very early in his training, he encountered emanations of the white Kacharya and other forms of Vajrayogini who gave him the opportunity at several points in his life to immediately pass without abandoning his body to the celestial realm. In each case, he didn't go with them because he still had a work to do here. As well, his attendants reported hearing the sounds of numerous female voices coming from his retreat room, his private quarters, and so on, while he was decoding the treasures. And since there were no actual human women in the building at the time, it's understood that these were Dakinis and Dharmapalas. Although I've been incapable of diligent practice, of course that's not true, he's just being modest, external and internal signs of warmth have appeared spontaneously. My view of the nature is authentic. I think that no matter what, I'm headed for the Dakini city. What he's saying here is that he has certainly achieved the assurance of passing into the celestial realm. And of course, this is in part due to his previous history and his great effort in that life. But he doesn't want to admit that, so he says it's just because the Dakinis have been so nice to him. All of us turning to face you, my son, at the moment your mind called to us, is a sign that your samaya is without deception. The song they sang with one voice is a certain prophecy of the future. Their instruction to repeat this to all disciples means that whoever practices this sadhana for a month will give birth to certainty within. I'm old and unafraid of death, but my work is not quite done. There's a slight indication here of the Dakini's reception, so it would be best if you disciples performed an abiding ceremony. The Dakini's reception is a sign that can arise when a great teacher is about to leave, because basically it's katsalab,
Okay.
so basically what happens is that if there is insufficient benefit in the teacher remaining here, the Dakinis, who always want these teachers in their realm, will call them. And in that situation, when the teacher experiences signs of the Dakinis beckoning or summons, then typically they will inform disciples who will then perform, here it says abiding ceremony, which means what you call body, speech, mind ceremony, just general a ceremony to abide. But traditionally what's performed is a little more elaborate. It's called repelling the call or turning back the call of the Dakinis, and actually involves 5 colored ribbons and things being cut and so on. And another Vajra master has to preside over the one for the benefit of that Vajra master and so on. But the reason for this is that the Dakinis are always trying to get them back. Gurus bestow the inheritance of dharmic blessings. Disciples perform the service of devotion. In the end, no matter what, they are perfected as one group. Now, at this point, and for the rest of the song, Terchen Barway Dorje formulates it not as an interpretation of the dream, but as practical instruction. Don't have great craving for this life. Be without fixation toward anything. Cultivate the pure appearance of objects. View all companions as Vajrayogini. View all food as the 5 meats and amritas. Behave according to the Dakini's secret words. Complete the accomplishment and application. So at this point, Tsering Gönpo had completed the approach, but he still had to perform the rest of the accomplishment and application phases of the practice. Then travel, not remaining in one place. Abandon association beyond mere acquaintance. Wander through markets and crowds. Once you've the confidence of no hope or fear and cut through all craving for places and regions, you'll be accomplished without fail, my son. Although I don't possess unobstructed wisdom, the five eyes, or the supercognitions, I've explained the interdependence of your dream in my own words and without secrecy. Disciples, keep all this in mind.
Ta teki Jesu la yang je shalop pu yuda pu yunying Özer ki ni ji topa ni ji tokyo gushu pawa ne stapo yin se ting sa yo do
Yunying Özer de
de ting
kui se ere.
ha che che kana yin sa yo ne ko se che yuda nimbu ge jewa yin so re
Lama tu den sogi doe. Yunying Özer de Terchen ki kui se ere.
ko se yin da sawo jin na che re da
Oh, la sa chi de.
ta tela yunying se de ya ta na di na
Yuda nyingbo.
kon de gen se ma de yuda nimbu ge jewa yin so wa
Las.
te ke ta yunying se ne din na la yu wa de
Las.
to jong gu ju purwa ne ye chik la ngom sar me chung wa pa do je chang chi me so sen yo pa ka vi ka din chi gong che le pa pa yon man chi tan de ne chang chu de ne hin bo chang chu pa Tun dami sok jendo yo sta je chigla ngomsar me chwa sta chetange ta lama chigla ta ngomsar me du chong ge ta de ba che ba tum pa ba yo ba che so onda pa dor jen chang chi me so sta ona ta ne ge ta ton tambe ge ne lo la chen dor jen chang ta yen me pa ta ka tin sum ne ge rang ji yen na yang Tene pa chilo la tasa la me so le yuba. Ten jopal kavike kadinki gong che la gong che le papa yon ma che ta che le che par papa ke ta la mata wa ni kona me sta te kon la so wa. Ta tan de ne nyingbo chancho pa ta du den de ne zonte. Ta to nyingbo chancho la ta gu pa do la dondar me pa so ge jendo la yu so tang lo la tarji tang me sa de wa
Chi?
tang lo la tarji semba shu sa pa de pa tang re to
Oh, la sa.
tang lo la tarji semba shu lo chuk chi lo ne ye tan ja se gon chuk chi ke kan ne ta
Dene kui se member ta.
하제 멤버에 나하고서 말이 뭐지 대파 힘이지 너 상승 매로 룽아이 로 링폴 맘에 람티니 로 링폴 맘에 람티니 다 제소 zembaso atap pa je yin song ge na wa top sa wo yin sa de chu ten ne song de ta te par ka den la khon ta me par chang khon tam be je wo ngan jar chang te ne lo ngo to ni le me ta je wo yin da ngan jar song de ngo ne ge ne lo ngo to ching ge ta che le me che ten shi yung ga chang mo chang sem naming tobe tato su hedange mende kam gar bar and Doshaji should the control. Timoke Mampe Homer Tom Tado Lomar Rapsudan, Najarji Revo Permit Tan dele Tony Manchipe Dan dele Jarve Ngoto Shu Lam dele Tobe Cheso Shu De Nudo Tope Garden Shu Dan dele Chancho Mato Para Ji Shato Drobinto Sem Nelo Jingo Tonjur Ji Pa Ni Dan Yemi change up he shubes lasso.
That one con quiz say sort of trumpet out, you know? Yana?
Jana that's how mendo.
It's a woman, lost.
The name do. The name do.
The next song is a request by another disciple of Terchen Barway Dorje named Yunying Özer, who offered him this song describing his realization. Now, Yunying Özer is called, the first part of his name, Yunying, is a contraction of Yudran Yingpo, because he was recognized as the rebirth of Guru Rinpoche and Vairochana's disciple Yudran Yingpo. And he may have been a nephew of Terchen Barway Dorje. Single Lord, wondrous and excellent, Father, Vajradhara, pretending to be human, your kindness is so great that your name is hard to utter. Protector, no one is your superior. In this first stanza, Yunying Özer uses very, very strong, forceful language. Instead of saying simply that you're a human being who's achieved the state of Vajradhara, he says, Vajradhara pretending to be human, as though he wears a human appearance like a costume. Your kindness is so great that your name is hard to utter. And finally, protector, no one is your superior. Then the next three lines, he makes two requests. First, from now until the heart of awakening, abide inseparably as the ornament of my crown. In other words, be always present above my head as my guru, as the lord of my family, from now until I achieve perfect Buddhahood. And then his second request, please listen for a moment to this beggar's song. I met you, my Lord, in my 11th year. Unconditional faith arose in my depths. I had no wealth. I offered my body, speech, and mind without reservation, and in song prayed that you care for me. Lord Father, you granted my request. From that day until now, you have cared for me with kindness beyond recompense. I've met a few holy beings, but only you have introduced me to the ultimate nature. Rinpoche tangpa sundri chido sato lama janayang semto lama chik.
Satab lama jayu na. Yeah. Semtop lama chicks.
Sem tops and sem dinelo.
Sem nelo. Lama chick.
There's a saying about this that you might have 100 gurus who've achieved the bodhisattva levels or the bhumis, but only one will be the one who actually gives you your mind or from whom you receive the identification of your mind's nature. So he says, I've met a few holy beings, but only you have introduced me to the ultimate nature. I cultivate it through recollection and vigilance, but my mind is often misled by distraction and bewilderment. The fire of anger still blazes at times. The water of desire is always turbulent. I'm always wrapped up in a gloom of stupidity. The gale of jealousy blows with fury. I'm heedlessly crushed by the mountain of pride. I'll never be free from this place of danger unless you tell me how to defeat my enemy. Please tell me how to get past this. Please kindly tell me how to quickly attain the fruition. From now until I attain awakening, may I always serve you, my Lord. May I see my mind's nature. Bless me, Father, so that I become indistinguishable from you. Let it. Oh, yes.
Lama.
Oh.
Lama Lansong Ba, started a Lama Lansong you Casura. Poinini keep Tewaki Zangi che Tokso Tamepa Ying taking nearly Dawami Rangyong ke require equally non toge puri kitende nam toge puri kitende chame gome che separatio che tipo Zampa Nam Toi Jim Sick Topa Konani Te Toje Songs Shikparhu Ramap Je Rango Take Valley Duxer Je Chatter Gommago Yingtang Mayingi Tani Port Tarake Zimba Desoin Te Mepal Nana Kosher me King me Je Yabo Mug Kiserji Jabo Mug Yin Metatan Yingi Pendant Cho Gelle Pembe Chejame Gelle Pembe Chejame Ton Tetar Tola Nan Show Stangoto Je Nando Sindra Moto Je Nandu Casula Chitang Tap Namdo Ngoti Kona Church Goris, Tingaransa here Magoris, to Jondola and Ansoge. Namtongo Chukursuma Sen Labde Jutiri. Tanji Kone Sonse Yonzola Namtogan Chukuin Sen Sondo. Dalayana Pena Namtogan Chukuin Sen Sondo. Tetab Namtogan Chujikote. Ta Redog once Horsona. Then tang on Doja Hidan, the Mong, Aja Tados and the Tandela. Kale Yunga dos and song they can do us, or take Ganga, te Kona Yunga Yordis, then they take a Yunga Yordi, take a Dagi Yordis. They into capsule tam, Kona Yetang, Nomto, Sin Samjik. La, that tella one, Redo get once, Shama Soma. Zangu Namto Yenaya, Ngo Simba. samla tene khora ran yin khora choke balap da khora ran hin pando chu ya ta ngem pe ke nam do ji chwa yin na ya ta khora ngo samba sam chi tene khora balam na kin do chu wa yin na tene nam do rang ke ngo tene chö ji ko de tela chong con na trava yon den con na dembe ke rang chi re dio de te indu kapsula ta te tabo che ngone ngo sin tom ne ta mon tu ne la chong nan de ta ganga ne la sa wo song do tende che che wa ina ta chong ke ngone te ne ngo sin ne ta to ke ya san da wo che par kin da ta chong ke to bo yo ri sin ta song do ta te tabo ri
The Guru replied, "My son, so dear to my heart and so kind, good and bad thoughts are innumerable. They never depart from the expanse of just that. Other than self-arisen awareness, why do you pursue distinctions among thoughts? Please be without action and meditation. The thought, 'I've withstood this condition,' is a thought. It is caused by the fear of not withstanding conditions. Please demolish the watchtower of hope and fear. Other than resting freely in your own place, there is no need to force meditation. Throw away the terms distracted and undistracted. Any coarse or subtle fixation is meditation with an object. In the objectless sky, there can be no deviation or loss. The king of remedies is devotion. Impermanence and compassion bring the best progress. I have nothing else useful to say. Please keep all this in mind." Now, in his response to Yunying Özer's request, Terchen Barway Dorje presents an introduction to the mind's nature, specifically to the nature of thoughts. We talk about this all the time. We even recite it, the nature of thoughts is Dharmakaya. And of course it is true. However, what often happens is that when we engage in hope and fear about thoughts, then they become kleshas. And Yunying Özer has described, using physical metaphors or analogies, his experience of the 5 poisons. What Terchen Barway Dorje is suggesting here is, rather than getting involved with the content of individual thoughts, to sustain mere or bare recognition of thoughts without hope and fear, in which case the thoughts are seen to be what they really are, just waves on the surface of the mind, like waves on the surface of an ocean. And so the instruction here is to recognize this and continue in that state. Larry?
He song yang and the Naming Pumbo Maya Pa Kajo Dubna Dumange Sawa Tape Pandenjo. I connect the issue of the one long. Pandenjo Kandu Sogela. two things I hing me. Yang San de Mengen Ba, that Mugoji, Chu Center de la Tenche, Naming Pumbo, a Mata Val, Kajo Hindu, De Numi, Madala, Kanchin Nawan Show, Satanda Kongi, Kajo de Drupayina, that to me, him make a cabra what it and de la Ten. Then Kajo the drum, then in country Hingomla, do Togureta, Marisono, he sent him to.
Then Yunying Özer prayed for the accomplishment in this body of the celestial state in which one leaves behind no ripened aggregates. Glorious supreme guide, leader of the Dakinis feasts, nowadays at this tale of the age of degeneration, undisciplined people like me are unable to reach the celestial realm in reliance on the supreme substance Sindura without leaving ripened aggregates behind. Please bestow your advice on me. In other words, Rinpoche said he's asking Terchen Barway Dorje, will I be able to accomplish the celestial state or not?
Tela Sony Nawasi, put your dahimbo, so can study it. Tell us it was on no. Put your dahimbo, so think for me, Dajag Tambati, Gajete, Gedon, Sombayan, make Yenjuki, Hinruji, Shosina, Ton, Hepa. Mendep Jiang Me Chong Sanje Menga Himbuton Tip some Nin Jeb Jo got take and Devo Sahache tell me Yimpa call my chap touch the Henry Shosina show my Juji. Dombe Sluba me, Horn Drupe, Shishol, Lamkenyo, Lam Tele Kaga Kanga, Nomba me, Tessam J. Chaso Manupa, Ta Julian della Pijine Ne Yeshe Hall Mansorwa Randon de Sasu Samna Mankandu Shalom Chiginto Tessam Ji Tave Mansam Pala Ta Chu Ji Tade Kona Chot Chiluji Yeshe Tabu Tong Ji Logri, Chiluki Henta Tumbaton, Jiluki Henta Tumbaton, same Jiluki Henta Tumbaton. Cho Yuda Nimbo Yinsi na Cho Togar Jim Potin and Jalundu, Hint up the Cabo, toss it down, only Yeshe Della. John Donna Don Kajo Dopa Kota Chu Nekab J. Gendo Machewa Tato in the Ma Lam de Tin Pori J. Le Shuk Masung Sing some J. Chisha Maji Drum Nuna Drupe Drum Nuna Drupa Katigi make Gebu Kada Tetami, put your Tola Tetal shoes. Sunday to Sonang Toatin Shujak.
Oh, did Sunday? So, in response, the Guru's answer was, my son, persistent Yudran Yingpo. Our teacher, kind beyond recompense, gave 84,000 instructions. If his followers have the courage, there is not even one of these teachings that cannot be accomplished. Supreme among them is the definitive secret, the essential meaning of all instructions. The three vehicles develop their respective determinations to be free, but the Buddha's words really describe a single vehicle, the fruition, great secret mantra. It is, beyond doubt, infallible. If you have the courage, therefore, the instructions of Supreme Mother Tantra are infallible. The path is clear. It has been trod by all siddhas of the past. On that path, no sidetracks or errors are possible. Don't hesitate through doubt. Use this illusory body. Don't fear samsara, this place of birth and death. If you want to accomplish your own good as instructed by the mother Dakinis, don't get caught by the net of doubt. Raise high the axe of resolution. Cut the cords of indolence to shreds. Actually, indolence, this kind of laziness, it's more like self-denigration, but it's kind of like apathy born of hopelessness, feeling I can't do it. If you really are Yunying, accomplish the rainbow body of great transference through supreme leapover. Tighten the belt of courage. Yunying historically was one of Varochana's first disciples. And then dela loju mombo do kon samila pe then bemala ke dolwa son then de la ketsabo shoya loju ringwo do.
No.
If you want to change this body of aging and death, resolve to accomplish the celestial state. Don't desire present comfort too much. It is time you thought of your ultimate aim. Don't be weak. Don't procrastinate through laziness. That could you say inside it? I'm wondering if he was one of Terchen Barway Dorje's sons. I swear that if you implement this, you'll accomplish it. That's all this old man has to say. Keep it all in mind, my son. So, and now we'll take questions.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, suddenly there's a whole lot coming up, so I'm going to the very first. They want to know, what is Sindura?
Sundara sewa karere.
Sandra thinking jana da samapochi yori. Then tell that Hanomatam jig there, Takares on Nagasan, so chess on Nagasando, chance on Nagasando. Tende Chedeka, that do but that Tende Gavla, men are coming down with all day, Sundra.
Sundara is a type of red earth, and it's used as a sacred substance in all forms of, or many forms of Dakini practice.
Okay.
So this is to follow up on that question, because we had a discussion about it during lunch, and Travis had some information that I didn't think sounded correct, that it was called a mercury sulfate? Sulfide?
They chagum litri sewa nang Sundara chikpare kakarebe.
Hana Colette Sandra Chiguaro. Ne Sari, ne Chebat Babu Sari.
The Sundara. Well, the actual Sundara comes from sacred places and is earth from those sacred places.
I think
what happens is it gets confused with cinnabar, which is a lead product, or Demarwa. No, it's different from that.
And then
Yeah, it embodies the blessing of all Dakinis.
And in the song about the white Vajrayogini dream, there were several references to it, specifically saying that certain things had happened to it. Were they talking about the it on the shrine, or the it on places of a body, or?
That the Tsering Gönpo ke sungo kapsu yana sindura ke tingna tupe wombo dang upa me tonya so the chusham la yoba sindura sergio. No, on the shrine.
I'm talking Jatang, Jinkor Chambot and the Dubdu Capsula, Melon, Sandra Cho. Then the Kora Pamoina, Pamugata, Tondo, Kora count up the dent up to the test and the go on. Oh, that takes gone say.
When you do a full form of Vajrayogini sadhana, of most traditions, it will involve the inscribing her mandala on a mirror that is coated with sindura.
So I'm wondering, in the first talk this morning you gave, there was a line that went, with one word you separated samsara and nirvana. And I'm wondering in that context exactly what that means, because usually, like in the Mahamudra prayer, we talk about samsara and nirvana being inseparable. So
Yeah, I need to use the Tibetan to ask this question. So it was in which song?
the first one. Oh, nice.
That's 148 is not going to help me here.
Song of Kajutashi, the first song, I think.
Okay, yeah, it'll take me a while to find it. Kajutashike. It's in which stanza? Fourth. Sikcheke, korde. Okay, I found it. De kajutashike yashore. Sikcheke, korde, shentang ches. De kandare do chidonsong matsuke. Pena chakjen ke di da juda doji chang thoma ke na ne na korde yerme se yore. De kasa korde shentang chepa. To na korde kakata o yimba.
Shandang chi sewate, konde yeme pala to swate, jigre no was.
Hello.
The tell Shandang chi so yoris. Mato jigging horse and get do judge my yowata. Young and endeavor, Zangbochi Yayoba, Chendeke Japanis.
In this case, the separation actually means the realization of their non-duality, not being different. It's not that you pointed out how bad samsara is and how good nirvana is. It means the separation of them is the realization of their inseparability, in this case.
Huh.
In the Song of Tsering Gönpo, one of his dreams, he said, also amidst rainbow rays and Vajra chains, I saw a
That's not a dream.
Sorry.
That's why I said the first 6 are dreams, and then there are waking and hypnagogic experiences.
Okay. And he saw a white Buddha in Sambhogakaya dress. My question is, what are Vajra chains?
Are you in the summer program? You are. Then wait.
Okay.
Adoju luguju data machina kajiro. Yake kasu luguju kesha. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes?
So when Barway Dorje said that Varochana was the white Buddha, he wasn't referring to Datteshvari at that point?
No. There's two. In the Tsering Gönpo's, he has a dream, I think, of a white Buddha. That's the Buddha Vairochana. No, not a dream. He sees it actually in the, that's the Buddha Vairochana, who was the Lord of Vajrayogini's family.
He doesn't talk about Datteshvari in his response then.
No.
Thank you for the teachings, Rinpoche. So the procrastination has come up in your talk this morning in a couple of the songs. And I had some questions along those lines, maybe from a different angle. So I've been trying to practice some of the things that we learned this summer, and I'm not going to go into that. But lately I've been very tired, and I feel mentally exhausted. And I'm wondering, is this just another form of, and my practice has kind of fluctuated. I haven't been able to do everything I wanted to do every day. Not being able to get out of bed. Is that procrastination and something I need to push through, or is it sometimes okay to take a little bit of a break, time off, or reduce practice to for recovery or anything like that.
인성 그 루심 니가 통제게도스. 되는 잠잠 ngabo long to 말했어. 데 냠란 게 도서라 테스 너선스. 다들라 타츠 니어 넘버 체크나 레로레. 되는 우스 잡고도. 양 넘버 체크나 데 루보 통제네 데 마우스고 그도 스칸더가지.
타초 가사 간 삼록다는 가게데스. 벤나 내가 망보 렌 된 하장에 루송이나 되는 때에서 맨소나 야보데스 마토 지가 사레 부자 또 되나 단도 도도네 칼레카 되는 따와니네 냠네 손도 만나와 차도데스 대타보라 마손네 야보데스 냠네 존이야 냠네 남도 만도네 때 사지 칼레데 마손나 카네 텐데레 주호데스 텐데레 바이나 사리 하장게 이로 휴심보 마산네 야보데스 에나야 메 손 파칼레 메와서 톰네 야보데스 간다 냠네 있나야로 레가 있나야로 쇼 체다 초네 드니 칼레 가송아이나 텐네 멘트 손네 야보데스 에나 레드 나나 마쇼반다 보서 톰네 야보데스 산담다 메소자 손 휴kimbo 손도 디야 레로라 거죠 노게 요리
You have to consider the entire situation, everything that's going on in your life right now. Generally, if you find that you're physically and mentally exhausted from hard work, then you should rest. Because if you force yourself to, whether to overwork or to practice, you will come to dislike both your work and your practice. You don't want to push yourself to the limits of exhaustion with either work or practice. However, while rest is necessary and appropriate, we have to be aware of rest turning into laziness and inactivity.
That was kind of my question, because I find if I give my mind an inch, it takes a mile. Could Rinpoche maybe offer some advice on how to avoid that pitfall of?
Dona de malsuwa de lelu chenda ma yongwa ke tapse kanda go.
저네 벤나 냠네 다보이나 뉴뉴뉴뉴 마트네 소데나 저네 다도 디야 마로만 땅초로
For example, in the context of practice, by doing a little bit every day, and then as you recover from your exhaustion, gradually increasing it.
Thank you.
No, I don't have a question. I just want to say things for that question. There you go. Somebody else?
So I'm wondering about the celestial realms, the kachu, because I'm not quite clear, that is kind of like the ultimate destination that we're trying to go.
가축이 신감세와 가래래. 등어서 그 타도 조사래베. 양 내가 좀 조사래베. 되네 그 간다래.
가족 시간 나 저나 노뉴 말이스
조요 말어.
나 노요 말이스
Yeah.
네 가르치시
Says, well, what are we going to say about it? You haven't been there and I haven't been there, so what are we going to say?
I want to know kind of like,
때문에 가족 시간 생길 때 단단 가족 감는 그 시간을 생겨요.
Well, that's it.
그러나 이 땅에 라 용도라 소소소소기 시간이요. 인도 값을 되게 신감을 세계요래 되게 신감게 끝바데 오늘 그 삼로 땅나다다는 하나서 가족 감게 예쇼가나 te so ka do na don de was
Molamde.
ah ti monam te na cha sama yo de ma to che ge nga no ma
The Kachari realm is the realm of the white Kachari.
Right.
And if you want to know, I said every deity has their own pure realm.
Huh.
And this is hers. And if you want to know what her realm is like, then read the aspiration that we chant at the end of the 25th day feast, because it describes it in great detail. It says, other than that, I've never been there.
Right. I wasn't asking about kind of like the details and stuff. I'm just wondering, in this context of attaining Buddhahood, you know, kind of like where does that fit in? I mean, is that Buddhahood there? Or
Kachi Shinkam de Drotobna de la Sanje Chigobon Togere. Yep,
yeah, that's Buddha.
you'll achieve it there. Once you get,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah, if you read it, it describes it in what happens.
Ready to go?
One thing I've never really understood was if the Dakinis are awakened beings, why do they want to invite teachers who are here in the human realm to their realms? I mean, it seems like that behavior, at least outwardly, seems kind of like petty or mean or...
You mean like if they're already awakened, what
Right.
do they need these guys for?
Yeah, I think we need them more than the Dakinis do. So if I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I've never really understood that particular way of talking about that.
Lama Namba ge Shing Pepe Kausa Kandrusama Legirese. In Kandrama de so Yeshe je Kandrama yana Janju Top Tawaris. Konso Lama Gogomando. Konso Natso Semchen Mongpa Chen la Lama Go King Natsore. Kandrama Konso ge Lama Gogomdo. De in the Konso ke Lama de Natso ke Madak be Shinkan de Konso ke Shinkan the par Korea de Rongru Tsabo ke Kamaribis.
Lama go go wanda. The kind of my
It would seem that they do intend to put these lamas to some use. That was a joke.
Lama thinking chu dignity then tap ngaran sogan the leg nambala kandomaki moko wanda wachi ta then town shang yori ngaran sola go che wanda wachi chu dignity na ta kora lama chembo tando ina then kandomaki sing kopadan kandoma samchi pena Yunying Satan, Kano Matamjig, that is Osada Lama, men Taminda worry the Oris, that Kalayina and Tonda go the Oris.
It's easy to understand why, from our point of view, it seems that our need is greater, since we are deluded beings. But because the Dakini realms are also the origins and source of Dharma, they have the greatest need for really, really great gurus.
How so?
De Lama Gopa ki Jutsen Karere. Kondoma de so. For Dharma. Dona de Kondoma la yang Shinkam de Kashe la Jangju Top Tsawa Jikten Payang Yosaro. No, because they're not all totally awakened. So there are.
Thank you.
So this one's maybe a little out there, but it's something.
Well, not like the last one.
So, in thinking about the precious human body, like Rinpoche was talking about earlier, the more I've been here and received teachings and things like that, I guess the capability of what our body can do seems to be pretty amazing, and its potential to be used on the path. So, and when thinking about it, some of it doesn't really make too much sense in the Western scientific sort of way, like, oh, why would our bodies have evolved to be able to do like that type of thing? So my question is, since we're in Shakyamuni Buddha's pure realm, because this is where he taught Dharma, was part of the process of him having all the aspiration and the merit to have a pure realm like this, like, was he involved in making it so that we had bodies capable of what they're possible of doing? Does that kind of make sense?
Well, you kind of left me behind when you said that there's no scientific reason
well,
for
maybe
our
there is.
evolution.
No, but I guess the question is given some of the things that are meditation poses and things like that, or postures, they can bring on meditative states,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I guess my question is, given that we're in Shakyamuni Buddha's pure realm,
Right.
was he involved in this making us have bodies like this so we could use them for enlightenment?
Sanje tupe wampo ke shinkam remato, dakpe shinkam sergamandwa, dela. Mejepe jiktende. Mejepe jiktende, sanje tongsa jongwa tam, kama pa tong, dakpa mare, ma dakpe shinkam re. De chere. Then, well, before, maybe this obviates the rest of it, but this is not a pure realm. This is an impure realm. It's Buddha Shakyamuni's teaching realm,
Teaching realm,
but
okay.
he volunteered to teach in an impure realm. So
So
does that,
it's a little bit different than like Amitabha's pure realm, where he kind of made the whole thing, right? Or
oh, well, that deal, Mombo, are you asking if the human body, as it is now, is a result of the Buddha's blessing?
or some of his merit. I mean,
De jena ngatso ke tupe wombo ke shingam de chewa longwa yin de sane ngatso ke milu rinpoche ditso tsama yongya de pene de dawo ke rikpa sapo yapa tan ramandra mombo zoto pa de tupe wombo rangi jina da manam ke ne
tupe shingam ra inande.
laso
Reba mijenje.
da dulshing dulshing shingam kagara wa
Kagade, tan chi wamari. Pena tupe ambo, tangaran to mege yon della. Tane tupe ambo peyate, jetang geteni la tomje ke thong yon du kapsula. Tene ngone tane ke tande ke de ke ngaran sun zamboling de. Tene koran pena ta kansera kondella. Tene sanje tongzani pewi yo tongare. Tela tene tene kansera ta
Kappa Zambo.
Kappa Zambo sen mengtawaris. Kappa Zambo sen mengtawari mato jeke tene kora sanje ke shinkam sen mengsan tayo maris. Kappa Zambo mengtaris. Kappa Zambo sen mengtaya de kane sen tene kappa mambola mambe ke kappa se de chog de pena nawal koya me ke kappa yori. Si ambior koya me ke kappa. Kappa ndala tene ngone sanje tong sanje pep teke chu song ngaran so chu koya yoba chu nyamne soya yoba debo tobya me yoba te kanga te ngaran so gesonam la tene chua la tene ta kappa sambo sen ta meng ta yode ta tel sanje jomne pebare sanje jomne pebate kappa ma ndebdo be kapsula Mandabo na telo tame, telo yete dabo. Sanje namde sutaji, tamji job. Dunzuki capsula, Chung Yobade, Sanjay Jamden, the capsula, Tello Javik capsula, Pebble, Telayat, the nation of Tani, Yamani, Pebne, then it that Matamji, the Conan Yomo Chewa, then it said Thomas, the neck couple of Sanjay, the Sanjay Yen to get one Chepatum Pakbal, then it took Chambat, Hingi. Then that to sort the dumb the body. Don't sign again to sort the dumb the body. They in the capsulata and call a solemn chambore, mato jake. Then a shingle kind
Duck fishing
of shingle kind.
You know, children, the midget, the chatsang, lungten, the pena, the shachatopa, ina pepe, the dunyam, the midget, Zamling Jawa, Trajalayam, Peggy. There's a confusion here with regard to realms. And see, the word realm or field, kshetra, is used of pure and impure realms. And then when we say that this is Buddha Shakyamuni's realm, we get the idea that it means a pure realm. But it's never said that. The difference is between what's called a dulshing, or a field of those to be tamed, a field of disciples, and shinkam, which doesn't always mean pure realm either, but is more likely to. What happened was that before this billion inhabited world system first arose, the devas, certain devas, usually they say of the form realm, looked down upon it, and they saw 1,000 lotuses coming out of a vast lake of water, 1,002. And they knew that this was a sign that in the upcoming kalpa, there would appear 1,000 Buddhas. And so they said, what a wonderful kalpa. So it got its name, Bhadra Kalpa. But that doesn't mean that it's a pure realm. It's definitely not a pure realm. It's just better than a kalpa where no Buddhas appear. Most kalpas, there's no Buddha, no Dharma, no even awareness that there could be such a thing. As they predicted, 1,000 Buddhas will appear during this kalpa. The first appeared when the human lifespan in this Jambudvipa and all the other of the billion Jambudvipas was innumerable. Second appeared when the human lifespan was 80,000 years. The third, 40,000 years. And the fourth, Buddha Shakyamuni, when it had decreased radically to 100 years. So Buddha Shakyamuni, through his uncommon aspiration, chose to teach in a realm and time when the kleshas were especially virulent and human lifespan was especially short, 100 years as opposed to many thousands. So this is definitely not a pure realm.
So I guess kind of the follow-up, I guess my question is, it seems like in other realms, beings probably don't have bodies like we do. But somehow we have, access to wonderful teachings like this that seem to make use of those bodies. So I'm kind of wondering what are the karmic connections that made it such that we had such an opportunity, I guess. Does that make sense?
It probably does, but I don't understand it. You're asking, do we have one head, 2 arms, and 2 legs because of the Buddha's?
Well, there's a whole lot more going on inside of our bodies too, right? That it seems that some of these practices make use of.
Okay, you're talking about something else here.
Well, I'm just saying it doesn't seem like it should happen by. It doesn't seem like it was just random chance, right?
the Dorje Lubodong, Yana de Tomo Mayamba Tarta de Ngatso ke Droma, Dru Yopake Kesha, so some Labju inside it. Did so Lunjido Parabo. The shit Nimpoke got it. If you're referring to what I think you're referring to, and we can't really
No,
talk about it,
yeah.
we have that stuff because of Buddha nature.
Okay.
And that's where we need to leave that
Yeah,
topic.
okay, I wasn't going down that route, but that's fine. Thank you.
Hachatange, Tane, Zambol in the Kero, Sanje, During Ring and answer 10 the North one. Zambalin, Chewata, Jati, then it's Sanje during Ring.
We need to also keep in mind that if we think that this is the only Jambudvipa where the Buddha is teaching, or the Buddha's teaching is present, we're wrong. It's present in each of the billion Jambudvipas.
This is up from online.
It's not from online?
It is from online.
Oh, why did you say it wasn't?
Well, you misunderstood me. The last stanza on page 150 of the English version of the Treasury of Eloquence is being beyond the intellect a prerequisite for spontaneous and unlimited conduct? Or does spontaneous and unlimited conduct require a state that includes both intellect and beyond intellect?
That's sungo de pacha ge kaji tashi ge sungo ge de teten ge sung ge juk de la de chedong so de lole de pe tawa go sung do yang shuk le chongwa ge shuk jung ge chopa go sung do de lole de pe tawa de shuk jung ge chopa ge juyena jawa kandro yor
Then you kagare, Jig Tavagola, Jopacol. Jig Tawaga collare, Jig Jopaca collar was. Then Roland, Depic, Tawasili, Tang on air tane, Don Linda, chopped up $9 then the audience. Cora can Shana, take a ranking de Mato Jig. Tell a lot should be Zambu Topa thinking, Nyambek Topa thinking. Telling the dead was signing the dead checking in Samba. San non to san making Tobachi orders started in young yard that tell a lot and they big Topa thinking. Or a long day said, Namdo Yonzo San Majuba, Rangin Namdo Yonzo but the travel in a long never. That law and debig jopa sena then kora jopa ka ayena ya ta ranginge kora kare chuna tere mato chige ta pena o tere me dela kechembo lebgindo zone zabzab zo misheba ta ne kechembo re mando sam duduga sojmeba ta kora ranginge kanjung jopa tegara
They're distinct. The view beyond the intellect is the outlook and state of mind that all siddhas and great yogis have, and it is that they're free of all conceptualization. Basically, they're free of thought. They are to be beyond the intellect means to be in a state where there are no good or bad thoughts. Spontaneous conduct is basically to be free from any fluctuation in valuation, such as thinking that today someone important is coming, I better clean up. Tomorrow, whoever's showing up isn't important, I don't have to prepare, and so on.
Gom yung mala junje me pata sen phaji tamba sanjal te topa phyode ta tela ngara to da bache na tende nye gona nye so tan tek samano 근데 거요를 니마 sen tu ne ye ko ne to da mno wa ena ko na gam nyu ma le ju hi me de kap sala rangi ke ting ngo le yor ma to nye de wa na bo yung ya ma re ta te in de kap sala ta ti son da ke na yo ba thum je le cho ba ma da ma bo yo re.
For example, in Machik Lupton's praise of her Guru Padampa Sanje, she writes, "My Lord, sometimes you sleep all day and night. This is evidence that your natural meditation is unceasing or ceaseless." As much as we might like to sleep, we couldn't actually sleep all day and all night. But these great siddhas can, because they're not actually sleeping in the way that we think of it. They're in a natural state.
On page 149, it's in the Song of Kagyu Tashi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the sixth paragraph. Should I read the English?
Well, no. Well, at least tell me which one you're talking about.
Right. Well, the sixth paragraph, it says on the top of our page 149, it says, "I am never without recollecting awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It is beyond intentional meditation." And I wondered if Rinpoche could say something about recollecting awareness as opposed to another kind, and intentional meditation. And also how distracted and undistracted fit in with all of that.
Yes, ngan gangsha je toba la. Jenrik, si da madral tsam. Jenrik, si da madrawa kanla sawa dang. Dene, yes, ngan gangsha je toba la. Jenrik, si da madral tsam. Gom che do je pe yule de.
Ta te tanda nge shu song te des no kona nom do ngo chu go so ma chi chen ma chen chawa la sing ta pe nan den de chen kona nom do de sha yong ma kap so la ten de ge te da ma da se na ta kona nom do zang bo yin na zang bo ngo she tam nyam ba yin na ta nyam ba ngo she tam da bo chi ma to chi ge zang ni khane ke ina ya yes mandowa tela tenik si da madawa insando ta tere tin te o ga sek khane song song
Dene, dun diyen demen mama tu.
ta te ga rane do ta tela tin on de de mare se be nom to te ke yes tan do mandowa kora ten sa da
He writes, says that when, in the face of whatever thoughts arise in my mind, good or bad, I am just, or I remain just, never without, you could say, or merely never without. Tsi means juice or paint, so it means like a veneer, just enough, just that element, we'd say, of Dren. Dren is mindfulness or recollection, Rikpa is awareness, pure awareness. So it's a pure awareness that is mindful. And Rinpoche said that basically this refers to the same thing that's meant by the nature of thoughts as Dharmakaya. When thoughts arise, if they don't cause the loss of that Dren, that mindful awareness, then you don't follow the thoughts. And then the the thought's content, good or bad, makes no difference. It just vanishes.
Kada nam to ngo chukur song basi labdo wasi. Te ende kasala nam to tawa nyine mena digi yamanda.
Unless,
Na thome doro ka mewa ndo wasi. Tende mare nam to zange kare shana yang. Tene tela kora deme ke ngane rangi ke kora yon top songwa yena. Ta nam to ge ndate dang chukur ke pena ozen dabori. Tene nima te sharang kausala nima kora nge singo nima ozer san mugo sena yoya mandawas. Nima ozer mewe nima te kane laung kare. O te nangi ke chuji ko te la tene kora rangi ke namto ngo chuji ko songa le ta namto te rangi ke kora ta kora chuku ke kora randang chuku ke rangi re te yore te hindu kausala mandik pade karen deke yo mare sena namdo tela zambo yimbe zemba hiu chenpo chindo tege jeso lan do ne tene koran kowa la chamya ge jo chik zo ngemba yena ngemba tela zemba hiu chenpo zo ne tege jeso lan do kowa la chamya ge jo chik zo ne tene wane tane kowa tame pa zo yarindo was te mato chege pe na namdo te kora nyeme ke hozer tabari nyema sharyunga kapsula hozer rangyu ke slunji tumne sharyunga nyema shondawa kapsula hozer rangyu ke slunji chik dola pena kora ta kora chal pem dogri mato degi manu was te dola namto de yonto de nge sena te namto de ranginge choku ko ngole ya kora pu dogri yori te ke gana sona napa kanya chek mare sta te ndav ne sonda wote cha thamma te khone kitla song de ndo was
we might imagine that we're trying to achieve a state where there are no thoughts at all. But that's not true either, because that would be a state of mental vacuity. What we want is to be without fixation on the thoughts that arise. And if we see thoughts as they are simply the radiance or the light of the Dharmakaya, like the sun and its light. There are going to be thoughts, just as if the sun is in the sky, there is going to be sunlight. The problem we have is we fixate on good thoughts as good, follow them, and that leads to one type of samsara. And we fixate on bad thoughts as bad, and we follow or reject them, and that leads to another type of samsara. But we have to accept the fact that if the sun has risen, there are going to be rays. There is going to be sunlight. When the sun sets, the rays are going to disappear. So in the same way, when we recognize the nature of thought, the Dharmakaya is exposed, is stripped naked.
tende jian mai jian chaba la song no was ka nda mente ke namdo teta bomta mambo chagre manga robert chaba gomchin la song no was ta gomni ya po jin na tene tela hinsin yong su do ba ta travel go ni zangen ke namdo kare chaba yin ya 근데 거란 추기 용 거란 용견도라 라인 샤나와 마도 제게 다 엔데렌도 삼백 남도 대용수로 봐 삼지때 다고요리 됐다고 타바이나 테네 호와생겐 제게 빼나 송동겐 따고 찍당 냥에는 대바 생겐 제게 테네 체바도 파파 따고 찍 소도요 말이 코와서 냥에는 대바도 용도 대 예매 발도 노요리
In the lineage supplication, it says, nothing whatsoever it yet arises or can arise as anything or arises as everything. And this is the relationship between the Dharmakaya and the thoughts that are its display. The line after that refers to this display as an unceasing play. And the idea of an unceasing play is something that you witness that does not, within which you make no distinctions. So it's not the case that thoughts are either some kind of solid entity that causes us to fall into samsara, or constitute a separate nature of nirvana to be recognized. These two things are actually inseparable.
Oops, sorry.
And intentional meditation would be to, it says, beyond intentional meditation. So that would be when you're still separating, or?
Back to the text. Gom chedo jepe yolade sabate kala songena.
Ta mistake gom mago. Mistake gom mago be yolande pa. Te tanda sa one love so te ta nek de la yom.
It means that he's transcended the need to intentionally meditate.
Ngana so tanda ndawo china. Tene le thangbo pe kansa china ta hine sengir gom be yori.
Yes.
Hine sengir de gom de capsula ta hingwo da dobo da ko tang. Tene te na yenge. Remo la soba. Ka yena ya chek la ende chen me ba ten gom ya chala khorso ma yin sur ngue samba zon ya ne tende chen gom go yo ri te le tang bo ka ri ta ngone ge ta gom ya po za zo de ba yin na tene me se ge tende ge ten ka ya ma go pa ra yin ge khora sem rangin tan net baji yung yori sta tela teni gam chet yo be yolende get love yori.
When we begin the practice of meditation, we, in one way or another, are practicing tranquility meditation. And initially that involves the use of some kind of focal support. Could be a pebble or an image or a painting or a breath or something. And we use the support so that we know whether or not we are distracted or not, because there is something from which we are trying not to be distracted. And so the practice is basically to recognize when we become distracted and return to the focal support. But eventually you get to the point where no such means is needed, and where the mind can simply rest in itself. And that means to transcend intentional meditation.
So I'll just have, this seems like a continuation of this, or maybe this even answered this question. It's online again. I wish to know, is awareness different from consciousness, and that it illuminates each of the consciousnesses, allowing them to function? Is there only one awareness that we all have? Do we abide? Or do we abide in this awareness and it's all pervasive? Was the awareness in us? She says, I hope this makes sense.
Is this from Florida?
I don't know. No, it doesn't seem like all, it sounds like Sweden.
Sometimes I can spot them. I don't mean Floridians, I just mean, some people. No, I don't mean that in a bad way. Donna, Namba Shepa Seva Dedam.
Ireland.
Island?
She's from Ireland. Yep.
What? Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland.
You pronounce Ireland Island?
Ireland.
Island. Well, it is an island, but it's not the only
I
island.
know it's got the R in there.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Sem seva dedong, nampa shepa seva dedong, rikpa seva dedong, de sum ge chepa kareyor.
Sem. No, yeah, what? Ti wamar. Chabando.
Chepa sungito. Chidang sa nampa shepa de namshit so dru dawala segiyore.
Number here.
Dene de zoshin kapsiyana sem de true sem dang, rikpa de matrupa ge semni dawala segiyore.
Oh, that is.
Desam la. Dene chawa nipa de dene ngacha tsama de rikpa chik yore pe mi soso yore. Sem de. Sem soso wa yore pe sem chenpo chik. Ki mi re la chashi re yore pe.
Ta sem te ngarang sala nge sem ngarang ina ngarang ge sem sam che ina che ge sem sam ne ke sozo le yore bas. Te mena da tik se object mo sa bas. Sama che ina che khen do ga ga khen do bas. Te da wanda ma da ma bo jong san do bas. Te in do ka sala ta sem sen khen de ranjing tong ba re. Tong pa re te ina yan ta sem te one kam de or hi hing bo se du sanje tabje ge jo lan me pa re. Te kanza so le yor re. Kanza pe na de dan do la so ba ta bo na so la tam te ka le che go no wa. Te na ki sanje tabje ge jo te karan so yon to ba so yor re. Yaba tanda mazeten, gade hona sanjegi yoren, gade jela sanjegi yoren, gade jeren dona kanshi. Tende chenne tan dogo yore, tetu kapsala sem chekta tan mare, yondo sem chek singena mare.
The first question, what are the differences between consciousness and awareness and the relationship between them? Consciousnesses are functions of a deluded mind. And so they are not awareness itself. We use the term awareness or pure awareness chiefly to mean the nature of the mind or the mind itself, and especially when that mind is in an undiluted state. About that nature, it is emptiness, but it is at the same time the perfect cause of Buddhahood, which is why we call it Buddha nature. But each and every one of us has their own, an individual one, just as each individual flower grows from an individual seed. If we all had the same awareness or the same nature of mind, then we would all have achieved Buddhahood at the same time. And also there'd be other contradictory events, like if one person died, we'd all die, and so on.
I have another question, or does somebody else have a question?
Go ahead.
Should I do it and then give it, or
Yeah,
as
go
I'm
ahead.
here? To continue, but it's a different person, and what is the significance of visiting and practicing in places of power relates to the Dakinis and Dakas, such as the 24 places of Chakra Samvara and Vajrayogini?
Okay, so they want to know, I don't get the connection between that and the previous question, but anyway, so what is the significance of visiting?
Sorry, I forgot the first line on the top page of 100. So, sorry, I gave you the second
This is
part.
fun.
On the top of page 152, it mentions Udayana. Which location would Udayana be as it relates to our present world? And then to continue, what is the significance of visiting and practicing in
The
places
24 hotspots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it makes more sense. Now it makes more sense.
Yes, it does. The nupcho urgent sabate data zamboling de nala kawayo.
다 갈라요 송에도 라 그래서 너표
Kasheke data de ngotsoke de jaga ke nubjong yo pa ke longpa da ming malapna de yora wa de rese ke do kashe de se ke do kashe ke jaga nan la yo se ke do pache ke patado nubjong yo pa de zo yin
jaga jaga ke nubjan te nengri jaga hano na ta kani na ngendo jiga ra wa tong sa samando wa
dene nisana de kolo demjo ta doje pomo ke ne chongkor ke ne nishu tsapshi de zo la nekor do ya ki penyon kariyo jalandara la sopa de zo
ta to la gonna ta ne ki jotang penyo kare yo men cha samate ne tamjinan he yo re ta te gonna ta no to kona ke ta shinkham la kolo temjo ne ta bo ina kolo temjo ke shinkham na ngos la lepan da bo tende ke ta penyo yo do te yo ba tom na ma de tende le nyamne zong khen da bo nyamne zon ngos la ta kolo temjo ke shan thong yo ma ta bo ina one ta ne kolo temjo ke ta shin da ko ba la so ba yong so ba tam je thong yo do then I think that Pam ne that they are nice. That ne yung do la ta kona so ke to ki manong we chenam da bo ji ke ta le ma ta ba ji na ta ne re sa ri do ri ta tele tha ta da na mi se ke tala le du ka so wa manda wa che pa dum pa so wa ngone ke ta kona le hu chen bo yong khen da bo ji na ngo so la ko da hin kom la so ba shan thong tende rea yunga yoga no te na tangone ke Yeshe jebanda wote ne sosinale yoga no singe hita hakume.
The as for the location of Uddiyana, it is believed to be to the immediate northwest of India. And as for the benefits of visiting on pilgrimage the 24 sacred places associated with the Chakrasamvara and Vajrayogini mandalas, the benefits are that if you have sufficient faith in pure karma and are a practitioner of those cycles, you would actually see the mandala and face of Chakrasamvara and Vajrayogini. Of course, if you're just have ordinary impure karmic perception, you're just going to see earth and stones and dirt and stuff like that. The particular benefits of each of these 24 places would be described in the guides to sacred places.
Is it possible for a thought to arise and for spontaneously there to be no fixation on it, no following of it or no fixation on it, and yet not recognize that that's occurred?
Namto shawe kapso so ke namto de la zimba mena de namto de ngozingirebe. Yana tsanso nanto sha zimba mena ngozin me pa de chak sigirebe.
Ta pena den ya temba des ta yin song ke zimba me ba te da wala la wi ma re ta te yin song wa one ke ta nam tong ngo chukol na sha yo ma wa ko yin song ne te ta bu ke zimba ma des one ke ta kona namto zange kare yena yang te kona ha kode ba chigla ta tela tawa yin zimba mebe ke ta one kone namba nelu to yong ka sala tenne te yong ke ma to ngala nyin da wa chin na ta na nelu ma to pe ko ke de he de yo de nga ina tinde de chana ina tinde de ten do ka sala ching zin song na tenne zange kana ina zin do wa da wo che ma to che ge tenne tela kona rangi ke kora ta kansero ko sha sam dabo chik yunya ke lote la chik ta chik sam tangon te kalen duwa te na ngone ke ne gon den ke sola ta te yoma kora rangi ke kora te chike yore ta kale so 상에 가르샤는 샷담이 이렇게 산다.
Well, what you're describing, where there's no fixation on the thought, is a distracted absence of fixation. And it's because you're distracted or unconscious enough of what's going on in your mind that you just don't notice it. That's not the self-liberation of thought. What's meant by non-fixation on the thought, Rinpoche said, is when you see the thought arise, but its content makes no difference to you, and therefore you don't maintain it or prolong it, so it dissolves or vanishes. But he said, you know, we're talking here really about something that neither of us have experienced. He said, because you know, this is really only true for those who've realized the nature.
Thank you.
I have a kind of general question about, you were talking about the 3 stages of retreat. There's the approach, and then the accomplishment. And I was wondering if those are, especially in relation to the Guru Rinpoche practice, because we do have those 3 mantras which accord.
No, that's 4 parts.
Or 4 parts.
Yeah. This one is 3 parts. That's 4 parts. And the third part of the 3 is not one of the 4. So that makes 5.
So I have a little confusion then, I suppose.
Okay. But you want to know how this all fits together?
Yeah, and if there's a recommended way for us Westerners to practice these stages, you know, in retreats.
The nyempa da de kaso somba ge nyen ru le sum somba re ma to ngani na nyempa dropa chempo da le la jo rumpa nga da do so you want to know how to do this in the Guru Rinpoche practice?
Yeah, specifically the Guru Rinpoche practice. Is that something that can be disclosed here or not? Maybe I can ask that later.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably better then. I did have a question about dreams though, because that's how I got to the retreat thing, because I was thinking, you know, if one day I had a dream, is that something I should relate to the Guru? If it seems significant to me? Because at the beginning, I kind of like it, you know, seemed like Barway Dorje kind of said thoughts are either they come from habits or from, you know, what else did you say? From habits or from gods or demons interfering with you?
Yeah, spirits. Yeah.
But is there times where we should relate our dreams to the Guru?
Chidang ngotso tsama ke melam megi yore. De melam galchempo yinmen hakoya kanda yore. Bena melam de Lama la shuna gajire da kaya mare bakchat sang res shuma gopa res de ni ki chepa kanda hako gire.
Ta melam senge de mang chiang chupa res. Ngone tane ngala de melam koro kase tang yong na ni yong ge leka chawa kare cheba te. Ya mena me yenda ke kare cheba te ngara yin de ba. Today the Mangsia Tang windows, standing melum the Tante, Chigme, Hida. In the Capsulata, Melam Sengetilla, Zimba Mambo, Hosoma Yena, Ranjing, Melam Kitchen, Conatang, Gokor, Regular Mambo here, you take it. Then Hida, some Matana Gagis, some not down the field, road go.
Some notona coselda. Most dreams are just delusion. They're either rehashing what you've been doing during the day, or imagining that you were doing what somebody else did during the day or something. And if you fixate on them, if you think that they mean something, then they can be very deceptive. They can deceive you and mislead you. So it's better not to think about them. But then Rinpoche said, but if you do think about them, they'll become clearer and clearer. But don't think about them.
They'll be clearer and clearer in significance? Or clearer and clearer?
He didn't say.
Clearer and clearer in what respects?
Samloton yingama reso. You know, samlotona salda dog reso, but they got it.
Tene konya mo man
Oh, your kleshas will get worse and worse and worse.
Ta chetange losum dalsum hyo chudu nyamne so kamda boyina chenga malam na jaya yori. Ta te malam na jaya tondo ina ne ngone gom mixe kita malam na gom jagju yo tas nyamne ndam da so ju yo da tendela pena konfi yori. Te mato cheke rankin ke ngarang soge malam te tene ta chupe ke rangi jire de yori tela sare ta kora samno tango wadang tene kone kombe so go anda bochida yama.
If you do a 3-year retreat and practice the 6 dharmas, obviously there is a dream practice as part of that, which is learning how to use the dream state for meditation. But she said, aside from that kind of intensive training, basically our dreams are just delusion, and paying too much attention to them is a waste of time.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
How, when you were talking, Rinpoche, about focused thoughts, I don't know your name, when you were talking about thoughts that you're not aware of focusing on or something, does that have to do with, because there's a lot of mention of hope and fear in these verses, is that related to being beyond hope and fear, that this focus is possible, related to
Is what related to being beyond hope and fear?
being able to focus on your thoughts, undistracted, in such a way that they...
He didn't say focus.
Okay, this is a bad question.
No, it's not, there's no such thing. It's just the
Can I restart my question
Sure.
in a different way? I had this little thought today that we
No,
don't
I'm good, thanks.
call hope and fear kleshas, but we're ideally we go beyond hope and fear. And anyway, I can't make it clearer, but it's somehow that this clarity that comes when we're beyond hope and fear is also beyond kleshas, when we are beyond hope and fear.
The rewa dan dopa de kunjungi nembare mando dungaji nembare doa. Nyomong de kunjungi nemba le dan nyomong ni de kunjung dan de ne de rewa dan dopa de ni dungalge ke chashe insare. Well, hope and fear are not defined as kleshas because they're not part of the truth of the cause of suffering. The truth of the cause of suffering is composed of karma and kleshas. The truth of suffering includes hope and fear. In other words, hope and fear are suffering rather than causes of suffering like kleshas. But naturally, if the kleshas are eradicated, then suffering and hope and fear would be eradicated.
So one works on kleshas, not on hope and fear.
Donla de nyomong mepa zotona redo rangjin di yaldo gerebe.
Nyama meva zatam nada redo yagri.
Yes.
Hena nyama te meva zaya der kali yori.
But it's hard to get rid of kleshas.
Ta Tigate inside the system, and also one of Shogi come, I think it's why I found out.
They were lovely questions. Thank you. We'll conclude with the dedication and aspirations.
Daya Tom Ye Zimbanye Done Yebe Dana Pamje
Kegana Bala Drombai Sebe Tole Drombai
Dawara Sho
Deye
Jewo
Sonama
Sonama
Yeshe
Soto Sonama Yeshe Lejon Vet Tamba Tabara Sho
Simne Rambo Majeban Chenjo Jeba Nyamba Neba Kone Kondo Bawaro Damje De Don Denjo Yenro Damje Dado Dombai Chandro Samba Ganda Zagam Teda Kunje Mama Robayo Sanje Regje Zodze Dambe Jagon Bujad Loling Baye Sanje Mejon Drebe Sangajo Sije Dondara Chabe
Thank you. Thank you.